By the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick video review for Dirt 4 on the PS4. It only came out 2 weeks ago, but I've only just managed to get it. I love the game, the Dirt series, Colin McRae series. So Dirt Rally was the last game I got. That was class. But this has just improved it a million times more. This is my top 5 things I really love about it. Well, first of all, I like is the damage, because the damage is like class. It's more realistic than it used to be on the other games. On the other games, it was a lot more. It was damage, but it wasn't as detailed as this. And in this gameplay, I just thought I'm gonna smash it up and see what kind of damage is done. But what I like about it is that you can actually move these tires on these walls. Do you see? They're not just like static graphics, that are actually interactable, which is a nice little touch, you know. Plus the damage, it just makes it more real. But you can pop your tire, you can blow your engine, you can like, as well as getting a puncture, it comes off the rim. You can have the wheel actually come off, the actual hub can come off. But you can just absolutely smash the car up as much as you want, really, just to have a little test and see what it's like. And you can see the kind of graphics, the kind of rendering and the pixels and everything, and you can see what goes into the damage models of the cars. But I'm impressed because it looks good and the handling is realistic, so the damage really affects the car when you're trying to handle it. It really, really does, which is class. It's all good. Damage is amazing on this game. So that's it. Number 2. And number 2 is the customization. I apologise if my sound was a bit for the first clip when I'm showing you. It's just my headphones, like when I was recording footage. But anyway, you've got to hire your own team, hire mechanics. You have like a head engineer, then you have like your head mechanic kind of thing, and that you can have a team. I think you can have about 4 or 5 people in your team, mechanics wise. And obviously, the better the mechanic, the quicker they can fix stuff. So in race stages, it doesn't take as long to change a puncture or whatever the damage is. So it costs less, and it costs you less time and less money overall. So it's just better to have a really good mechanic team, like a really good team behind you. But the only problem with that is that they want like more money. Obviously, the more that you spend on the team, the less profit you'll make per race. Because I've found I'm making, like, say 80 grand or say 120 grand for a race after I've done like my objectives or whatever, and then I'm ending up shelling out 50 grand to pay for like all the things I've invested into my team. So, you've got to weigh it up what you want. Do you want a really fast team that'll help you to make more money, or do you want to like skimp on your team and just make maximum profit and just try and flick your way through? And you do get half an hour in between stages, like a time, and then you've got 45 minutes overall. So if you go past half an hour in that 15 minutes extra, you get like a time penalty. So it's always better not to go like over the time, which goes back to having good mechanics and shit like that. So, but this bit, I like this because you've got the chance to customize your car a bit, right? So if you buy a car, that reminds us, if you buy a car, because you can't change the graphics until you've actually purchased your own car. And instead of buying it from the dealership, brand new, like say you'd pay 85 grand for a brand new Focus like this or something like that, right? Just example. If you look on the classifieds instead of the dealership, then you can pick one up for maybe 60 grand. It's got miles on the clock and it's been in races already. It might have already been in like 20 events and had 6 podiums, but it's wrecked like twice and it's got 20,000 miles on the clock. So you've got to weigh it up. Do you want to get a nice cheap car with some race history, or do you want to just shell out and get a brand new car so you know you're the only person who's put those miles on? But if you look in the classifieds, and it goes through all the ranges of cars as well. It's not just like the Fiestas or whatever. It's every single car, like the old rallies and everything. And you can pick up some really good bargains, and it pays to keep checking, because you'll come across some real gems every once in a while. And if you've got the money in the bank, like at the top of the screen, the white box, that's your credits. I got 71 grand, and then it says number 6, underdog. 6 is the level I'm at the moment, and underdog is just like the title you get by default for being at level 6. But like I say, it's not too bad. It's not like Forza or Project Cars or all like that, Need for Speed, even the new one, where you can like what's it called, Photoshop, where you're moving the shapes around the car and you can design your own liveries. It's not like that. You get about 6 or 7, no, sorry, I think it's only about 5, maybe 6 template ones you can pick from. So I just went for the simplest, just the pinstripes. But it's like, if they could improve on that and give you a lot more choice, or just have where you can actually create your own, and then maybe have it like implemented into the community, so you can download other people's liveries and shit like that. But this is number 3, and it's the handling. Again, I apologise if the sound's fucked up. It's because my headphone was fucked and the microphone's playing up. But the handling, each car handles like it would in real life, its real counterpart. So like these M3 BMWs are proper back-end happy, so it just wants to spin out all the time. So I love that, because you get to race. If you've got any favourite cars, like if you've always wanted to drive Sierra Cosworth or something like that, now you can actually drive it on an official rally stage, which is actually handling the way a Cosworth would. It's just amazing. Plus, I forgot to mention, in the extra bits, you can put turbos and shit on your cars, so you can do them up. And also you get like a free range. After you've done this rally school, you get a free range, like a free roam, where you can just like fuck about all the time. Number 4 is the actual rally stages. That's another thing I really like about this. Going back to, once you've done the Dirt Academy and you've learned how to handle the car, how to shift the weight, how to do like a Scandinavian flick, or like a pendulum turn they call it, where you like flick opposite to the corner you want and then you pull it in and it shifts the weight of the car, or like heavily braking and then steering after that, because it shifts the weight onto the front wheels and shit like that. So you learn proper rally techniques, which is really, really good. For the average person who hasn't got an interest in this kind of motorsport, it's like showing you the basics, teaching you the techniques, how to become good, and you can practice and practice and practice until you get it right. So that's really, really good. Some people complained about the dirt school, the dirt rally, the driving academy, because there's no goals. You just have to take part and then it gives you a tick. You don't actually have to get a certain time, which I think would be good. Like Gran Turismo licenses, if you remember that, like have to do this part of the track in this certain time, and you get gold, silver or bronze. That would have made the Dirt Academy a million times better, but it hasn't got that. You just basically have to do a lap of whatever it's telling you to do. Like if it's telling you to drift, you have to do like drifting, but just complete one lap, so you get a lap time, and then you can just press start and end the session and it gives you the green tick. So I think they've missed a trick there. If they had implemented some sort of reward system like the Gran Turismo licenses, that would have been amazing. But I'm not complaining. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying what other people have said on YouTube. Like, that's what people are kicking off about, the fact that they could have done better there. But personally, I don't think it's that bad. The fact you just get a chance to horse the car about at your own time, like in your own leisure, that's a massive tick. So that's what I like. And number 5, my final point. is the range of cars that you get. There's 50 altogether, but that is including all the rally cars, all the trucks, all the carts, like everything, all the vehicle classes. There's 50 altogether, which is a lot if you think about it. I think there's only 43 in the last rally game, and that was amazing. All the Group B rally cars. I mean, I don't know if people in America, they have cars which have got the same name but look totally different. Like in England, we have the Escort, the Ford Escort, the Ford Sierra, the Ford Sapphire, the Ford Escort, and they don't have, will have names similar. I think they have a Fiesta and they have an Escort. I'm not sure about the Sierra, but they don't look anything like the ones we do. So one of my favourite cars is a Mark II Escort. And if you've ever Googled it, if you're from America and you've never seen one, just Google it, like a Mark II Ford Escort. And it's just that style. That was a bog standard car you could buy from the factory, and it came souped up. It basically looked like a rally car. Then the rally cars, and then the car went to win in the rallies. It's the same as the Audi Quattros and all that shit. They dominated the rallies because they were just amazing cars. And the Ford Escort with a massive on the back. The Americans have an against that. It just looks or whatever. It's only got 300 horsepower. It's only a 2-litre engine, but it's I don't know. It's not about that for me. I'm going off track here, but the fact is that you've got a massive selection of cars. You've got all the real rally tracks, the proper FIA approved rally tracks. So you're racing the tracks that Colin McRae raced, or all the other famous drivers. So that's a massive bonus. And weather, the diverse weather, there's like rain, there's the fog you can see, there's snow, there's loads of shit. So it's really mixes it up and keeps it challenging, because obviously the surfaces, gravel, tarmac, when they're wet and shit, you've got to take everything into account in the customization and everything. It's just, they've really done a really good job with this game, and I'm buzzing that they've actually made a game like this for the fans. So if you like the look of it and you've never played a game like this before, then just go and check it out, because it's absolutely amazing. So that's it.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.